Well, good afternoon. Football fans everywhere, coming live from Deeds Field at Piper Stadium in the lovely little village of Granville, Ohio, 35 miles east of Columbus, Ohio, home to the Ohio State club football team. And here at Deeds, we are home to the Big Red. This is their JV team today. We are going to be bringing you Campus Nation Club Sport Football live right here with Joe Davis. You want to say hi?
Hello.
Hello. The voice of Ohio State club football, Joe Davis. Is it true, Joe? That's what I heard on WLW.
That's what people call me.
Yeah, I heard that last night on WLW. That you were.
If the Chickster says it, it's got to be true.
That's right. Joe Davis on the air last night with the Chicksters at about was it about 7:35, something like that.
7:40.
And we were talking Ohio State club football last night. So anyway, I better turn my volume down on my monitor here. But anyway, we'll go ahead and bring you some actual live field look. There we go.
Yeah, there's several top players from the Cincinnati area that have been playing for the Club Buckeyes. And Spencer Moore from Lake Lakota East is their quarterback, and he's leading the league in touchdown passes, 14 this year, and he's leading in percentage of completions, which I think is about 79%, if I remember right.
That's not a bad completion rate, is it, Joe?
No, it is 79%. Good. Yeah. Great memory.
So anyway, it is an absolute gorgeous day, as you can see from our screen there, for football. And I'll show you our main camera view. But anyway, we've also got a camera view on the scoreboard at Deeds Field. And we've got our own, as you see under that, our own actual score bug, which we will be running as well. So you can't say you won't know what the score is if you're watching our broadcast here.
The only downside to today's game for me right now is number 7, Jonathan Field, running back.
Your crush.
From Madeira.
Your crush.
Is
your football crush.
He's out today. He's wearing gray sweats, and got his number on, but he's out for today's game. Had him listed as doubtful, so when I got here, I looked to see if he'd be playing. He's captain, and their number 1 running back, and catching passes also out of the backfield. And one of his main things is that he's team captain, and he really holds this team together. And before the game, when they were doing warm-ups, stretches and stuff, he was
visiting.
He was going by every player, slapping him on the back, telling him do a good job today, and went to the next player, which is what a good captain does. So
a little bit of history of these two these two teams that are meeting today. They've met 4 other times, and they've split. And so this will sort of be the tiebreaker, I guess, with this meeting here today. And I think in all cases, the games were played here at Deeds Field.
Yeah, every game has been, yeah.
So there might be a home field advantage. Obviously, this is not like a regular Big Red football game where the stands are filled and across the way you're bringing, big numbers of people from whatever school is opposing them. And they're in the same league. I can't recall the league, although we had, for you people that are watching, after you watch this contest, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Big Red and their team this year, the actual varsity team, they played Hiram on Campus Nation a couple weeks ago, and they handled Hiram. There wasn't any problem.
And everybody is going, who the H is Hiram?
Well, Hiram is these teams are D3, and Hiram is up about, from where I am in Wilmington, they're about 4 hours away, 3.5 to 4 hours away as far as driving. But they're up near Cleveland.
Yeah, east of Cleveland.
Up by the lake there.
Toward Buffalo.
That's right. And we've been all over the state this year for Campus Nation's regular college football schedule. But, of course, our club football schedule is very important to us. And so we attempt to schedule every Ohio State club football game we can, whether it's here, meaning at home in Columbus or away. And oddly enough, we haven't done a game at Lincoln Tower Park yet in Columbus.
Not this
year. That'll probably be the last game of the season against Toledo. And so that will occur in a few weeks. But
praying for good weather.
To this point, we opened at Wright State University. You're in my alma mater. And Ohio State handled the Raiders fairly easy. And they've been, before that, they were actually away on the road, I think, to Oakland, Michigan, and had no problem. And, in fact, they've only had, thus far, 7 points scored against them.
And that was on a kickoff return.
Right, and that was also against Ohio Northern, the Polar Bears.
Right.
So that was a JV team. So these Buckeyes, they're not afraid to play anyone. They like the competition, and so here we are today, and I think they're.
And where Ohio State stands, Ohio State club football didn't even start until 2009, and the first 3 years, 2009, 10, 11, they were not in any league. Basically, they just had a club football, played other club football teams. In 2012, they joined their first club football league at that time, and 2012 they also played Denison for the first time and lost. 2013 they played Denison, and Ohio State beat them. They didn't play again until 2021, and Denison won that game. And in 2022, the following year, Ohio State last year won that game. So now this is the fifth, you might say, the grudge match at this time, because they've won 2-2. So this is going to be the one that says, we're the one on top. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this game.
And, of course, we're 35 miles east of Columbus, Ohio, but this is still, for a lot of people, Buckeye country.
Right.
And when they're not Big Red fanning, right? But we are still in the, I would say, greater metropolitan area of Columbus, Ohio. So there's still a lot of Buckeyes here, even on both sides. And, of course, red is a favorite color today, Joe Davis.
Yes, because Ohio State's in their white with red, and Denison's in their red with white. So it's going to be a very interesting game today. I'm looking forward to it, especially after Ohio State kicked Penn State's butt yesterday. I feel better.
Oh, that's right. Well, the other thing is just having Denison's varsity team against Hiram earlier a couple of weeks ago. We've never been to Denison University, at least as far as here on field in the press box here at Deeds Field. But I've been to Granville before. It's a beautiful little village and a very affluent area, and a great college here in Denison. And so we are excited about being able to bring you this game today. Trying to get the clock set.
And I'm checking the players that are warming up for Ohio State, because with a couple players out, I'm looking to see who's
actually in,
who's running. I saw J.R. Burton running the ball right there, and so probably be calling his name and number 23. See what else is happening. Number 13, Jack Lang. But he has ran the ball in this year for them in the games I've seen, as their not backup, but number 2 running back, as Fields their number 1 running back. But so now he'll still be in there, but also will be, looks like, J.R. Burton. And Burton's a sophomore. And one thing the coach said this year is this is one of the best teams he's had. They're kicking everybody's butt. And they're a very young team. A lot of freshmen are starting in this game, and a lot of sophomores. So this just shows you where the future is for this Buckeye team. I mean, their quarterback is up there. I mean, he's a grad student. Fields a senior. So there's 2 guys right there. But the rest of the guys out there, or many of the guys out there, are younger. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors. So looks like for the next 2 to 3, 4 years, Ohio State's still
They're going to restock.
Be just restocking.
Right.
I mean, last year, for instance, Gerenstein was the quarterback, so Spencer Moore actually played tight end and occasionally a running back position.
Right. Now
now
he's quarterback.
Now he's quarterback, and this is his main position. He was playing out of position and played in those spots very well. It just shows you how good an athlete he is.
Well, the stands are filling up across the way with Buckeyes, and the stands here on the Denison side, they're starting to fill up.
Right.
I'd say there's an equal number of fans on both sides
right now, yes.
But anyway.
Well, again, we're 30 minutes from Columbus. So
right, it's not hard to make the trip over. It's almost like a high school football game,
right,
in the sense that usually they're not hundreds of miles away from their.
Now the only difference is the parents. We're from the team's from Columbus, but the parents could be coming.
Well, they're from all over the country.
From all over the country and all over the state. So
right.
This could be a closer drive for some of them.
In fact, actually, a few of the players are from outside the country.
Right.
We said one from China, maybe a couple from China.
We've got Wuxi, Jiangsu, wherever that is.
Right.
Mexico City.
And even though Puerto Rico is not considered outside the country in that sense, there is one player from Puerto Rico.
Our field goal kicker and kickoff kicker, yes.
Right.
Rive.
So anyway, we are, I guess, excited. It's a beautiful day. It's 54 degrees. It's going to stay at about 54 throughout this game. We are on the shaded side in the press box. Normally, you don't want to sit on the other side because you get the sun in your eyes and everything, but the sun
would be warm.
Yeah, it's probably warming up people that are out on the field or over across the way a little more than they are here.
So are you saying it's a good day in the neighborhood? Is that what
it's
you
a great
saying?
day in the neighborhood. The neighborhood in Granville, Ohio. What could be better? We drove up from Southwest Ohio, and because we're situated in the Wilmington area, but we have been all over the state this year. We still have a game, Bluffton at Defiance, later in the year. We've got obviously more club football, and we mentioned next week we will be at Wittenberg, and so that once again is a Division III team. This Ohio State club football team will play their JV, just like we're doing here at Denison. And so hopefully we'll have some great weather like we have here next week from Springfield, Ohio, where Wittenberg is located.
Another short drive.
That's a very short drive for us. And even here, this drive is not long.
This was not long.
Not compared to me driving to Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania for Genova earlier in the year.
Which is almost Pittsburgh.
That's right. It is. Yeah, it is. But anyway, we, as the scoreboard indicates, we've got about 16 minutes until kickoff here. And I'm sure they'll get underway. Usually these games get underway at the proper time. Well, in fact, if you look at the Deeds Field scoreboard, let me bring that up again. It's actually telling us we've got just around 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
So I'm going to bring our scoreboard down to match that scoreboard so that we are accurate as far as.
You're going to try to be accurate for
we like that accuracy, Joe.
Wow. See one referee out there right now.
That'll work? Okay. So now we have synced up the scoreboard. Joe, we do have a sponsor that we want to recognize, so I think what we'll do is let's cut away to the, and then I'll give you a cue when we come back, but we'll
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
All right, we're back.
Hey, welcome back. And I was looking for a J, not a Q, but for Joe.
A J, not a Q, huh?
Yeah. All right. Again, we're under 14 minutes. We're still game time. Denison's players are moseying over toward their bench. Ohio State's still out on the field.
Should have locked that in there better. Just trying to make sure that the plug doesn't come down.
Denison's punter out there. He's got a nice punter. He gets nice height on that ball. Standing on the 50, kicks it to the goal line. That's with extremely nice height on it. That's a nice punt.
So there are some of the big red football players here at Denison that will be competing. These are JV players. When you have a Division III football team, I'm not sure exactly how the JV works, whether it's a separate squad that plays other teams at the JV level or whether they play with the varsity club occasionally, if needed.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they play with the varsity club, but the guys that are on the bench that just don't get in, or the guys that only get in for 1 or 2 plays a game, are the ones that play on the JV.
The other thing that we will caution you is that we're not sure whether we actually have. Did you see any of those player numbers down there of the JV that matched your roster for Denison there?
I haven't even looked at it yet.
Well,
I was waiting until they're on the field.
So we don't have a Denison JV roster as such, but we do. They in the press box they did have the regular Denison varsity roster, but it's quite extensive. So I'm assuming that part of those players are on the JV. So we'll just have to see if we can match some numbers up, Joe.
As many players are out there.
It's a big squad.
It's a big squad, and it would fill up the roster I got. It's almost like the whole team is here, and I think it could be just like regularly. Even though you're the starters on the varsity, you're here, and you got to set the bench and watch and root, just like the other guys got to set the bench and watch and root for you. So. Because it looks like almost everybody that's on my roster is here. As many people are out there.
But have you matched any numbers up? That's the question I ask you.
No, because if every number's here, it's on my roster. It doesn't tell me who's the reserve player, so I don't know.
Well, if they're out on the field, they're not varsity, supposedly, right?
I don't know. They're not playing yet. They can be warming up. When you got a regular game, you can have your freshmen out there with your varsity warming up. They're warming up.
Oh, don't get all excited,
doesn't mean they're
Joe.
not. That doesn't mean they're playing in the game.
Don't have a heart attack.
Looks like number 13's warming up here on the sideline as a quarterback, and he's a freshman. So I'm going to say he may be.
He would be definitely JV.
And I'm going to say he may. That's Simeon Dahl. Just like in a baby doll.
Okay, so maybe we, in effect, do have both the rosters, and you'll just have to make sure that
I just got to find the ones that are playing.
Right. And we are in the press box, and this is almost a 4-story press box, Joe. And I think the coaches, or they said some of the coaches, may be up above us.
Right.
There are no, looks like the head coach in that, but typically you don't have, like, people with headsets on and all that. I don't think they could actually do that if Ohio State isn't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't have an unfair advantage. So
if you've got headsets that you can give the opposing team to use, and they use them and then use them, but if the opposing team doesn't have them, you're not supposed to use them on your side.
Right. So I don't think that's what's going on upstairs in the press box. I think they're controlling the music, they're controlling the scoreboard,
and doing stats.
That's right, and doing some stats. So anyway. And, of course, because this is a D3 school, they have all the accoutrements that usually are afforded to a varsity football team, whereas the Buckeyes, being a club football team, technically it's more of an intramural football team, although they bring some pretty strong credentials, as do all Buckeye club football teams, and there's like 70 of them or 60 of them or something. A lot of – they have club football and everything, pickleball, you name it. But anyway, there is a slight breeze. It's not, it's not blowing the. I don't know.
Who's the guy in the green?
He's from the Jets.
He's from the Jets.
The back of his
What's that,
jersey
Philadelphia?
reads Hurts.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. That's what he's.
So he must be a Philadelphia fan, huh?
I would say.
Well, I mean, of course, you're at Denison. These students, like the Buckeyes, they come from all over the country,
all over the country.
to come to this university. And you couldn't come to a more beautiful place. And downtown Granville, we ought to try out a restaurant down there. See if we can find some good food, Joe.
At Texas Roadhouse.
They don't have a Texas Roadhouse.
I can Google one.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. I'm Rick Phillips with Joe Davis, the voice of the Ohio State Club football team. And we are live from Deeds Field from Granville, Ohio, bringing you this great football action here starting in about 8 minutes.
In 8 seconds it will be. Ohio State players are over on the other side on the little brick wall. It's about 2.5 feet tall, and they're all sitting on it while the coaches talk to them.
Last minute instructions, Joe?
Yeah, I'd assume. I'm not over there.
Can't read lips?
Can't read lips this far away.
Okay. Hey, we want to remind everybody that's watching our stream, go to the YouTube channel of Campus Nation. Just go to YouTube and search Campus Nation. Make sure you like and subscribe so that any of our great football action or any of the other sports that we'll be doing in the near future, like basketball and that, you'll be alerted whenever we're on the air doing great sports.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to right to go just to try to get the players that are playing, because I've got the entire roster here trying to find out which players are be the quarterback. Usually you can go in and find out who the starting quarterback is, who your starting running back, wide receivers, but on this today it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. It's going to be interesting. Okay, I don't think we've had the captains meet out of midfield yet, have we?
I didn't see. There were some of the referees, umpires. They were out at midfield, but I don't know whether that was to.
And I saw him over here talking to number 13.
They may have been talking to each other about where they were taking us after the game for lunch.
For lunch.
Yeah, yeah. And just as a little tidbit before we go out to lunch later after the game, if there are any pizza parlors here in Granville,
free advertising,
that want to come up and be interviewed on the air with us, bring us a sausage pepperoni pizza and maybe some soda, and we'll be happy to have you up in the booth, and you can be interviewed live by the voice of the Ohio State Buckeye Club football team, Joe Davis.
The voice. 2, 3, 4, 5. The referees all again huddled. One of them's talking to Grega. But I've not seen them actually bring the captains out and do the coin toss, so I don't know what's going on. They were at one side talking, they were over here talking, but not.
Oh, maybe they're just going to give the ball to one of them.
Maybe that's it. .435 on the clock. Referees again are getting around the 50-yard line. I think the one stood back and looked just to see if the 50-yard line was straight. We always check the error antenna at volleyball matches. They may have been checking the 50 to make sure it was straight.
It looked straight to me.
All right, now he's shaking the hands of the captain. Here come the captains marching out to midfield now. We got 5 captains for the Buckeyes and 3 captains for Denison. All right. He's explaining the ground rules and getting ready for the flip, showing them the coin.
Yep.
Ohio State, well, the visitors, they'll be the ones calling the flip. And unlike volleyball where we grabbed the coin, they let it hit the ground. Oh, no, he grabbed it. Did not let it hit the ground. Ohio State won the toss. Let's see what they do. Ohio State is going to take the ball.
That makes sense.
And they'll be on the left side, and that means Denison will be kicking off.
That also makes sense.
I figured it might.
All right, everybody's getting excited about this game.
Yeah, Ohio State won the toss, and they decided to take the ball. You know, many times they'll take the ball at the second half, but Ohio State's like, no, let us go down and score first. I think this is going to be their biggest challenge they've had this year. They've been winning rather impressively so far. I don't want to say easily, but impressively. And so this is going to be very, very interesting to see if they continue that, even against Denison, or will this be a struggle?
The stands, particularly on the Denison side, have been filling up. I mean, we are getting...
Oh, yeah, they're getting a lot more down there.
We're getting a lot of fans down here.
Well, you don't know. Some of these over here even could be Ohio State fans that decided to come over to this side.
I did see a couple Ohio State emblems on their hat, but that doesn't mean they're not Denison first.
That's right.
At least today. And but they are avid Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, like that boy there's got... that says Dennis. I thought it said Buckeyes on his shirt. Let's see, who's going to be their kicker down there? I'm trying to read his number sideways here. It's kind of hard. Is that 32 something 2? Tell me if you can read his number there, Rick.
Who's that?
The kicker, the one that's closest to the 35-yard line.
92.
92. I saw
92 is his number.
Had to turn toward me so I could see it. Flo Fieldman, and he's a freshman.
Well, you would expect that there are going to be
He's
a lot
from
of
Evanston, Illinois.
Young men on these teams because unlike the Buckeyes, who may even have grad students on their team, since it's a club football team, Denison's JV team would be filled with younger men.
Right here real quick. Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, Evanston, and North Carolina right there. So that shows you they've got a wild diversity of players too, not only from Ohio, but all over Florida, Virginia, West Virginia, Connecticut, Loveland, Ohio. They got a player from Loveland, Ohio. Summit Country Day.
All right, we are counting down the part of the remaining second here before the kickoff, and this game gets underway. He's got the ball teeing it up.
Wind it's picking up a little more than it was before, but it's pretty steady.
Well, if you look on the field, the leaves on the field are not being blown around. There's no paper being blown around.
And the things on the field goals are not really blowing. They're sort of straight down. Maybe move every now and then.
All right. So we are getting ready for kickoff, and here we go.
And it's high. It's going to come down about the 20, and it's caught, bringing back from Ohio State up the middle, breaks free, gets down back to the 45.
Good spin move there.
And that was by Patrick Parrish. And his position is athlete. That's his position.
The Buckeyes have a few of those on their team.
Yes.
That's what we call ourselves in the booth, Joe.
Athletes.
We are athletes.
We can do anything and everything.
That's right. We have to. We don't have any choice. All right.
And that was a nice run back from the 20 to the 45. So a nice 25-yard run return there.
All right, so it's 1st and 10, and where are we on? We're on the 45-yard line of the Buckeyes.
Spencer Moore and Jack Lang in the backfield. Man in motion. Hands to Jack going up off left tackle, cutting to the outside, and
Good defense.
He got back to the line of scrimmage before they pushed him back.
He might have lost a foot.
They're going to give him forward motion back to. He got to the line of scrimmage and pushed. Well, then he did mark it back. I take it back.
That's right.
This official looked like he was marking. The
Buckeyes
40.
are going up tempo, Joe.
Yep, they're going up tempo. They're already in the backfield. We got 2 down here to the bottom, 2 to the top, 1 in the backfield. Spencer Moore quarterbacking, Lang in the backfield. Fake the handoff, looking, running, throws it out here to nobody. Is we going to get a penalty?
No, they won't.
Okay, I think he was out of the.
He was out of the box.
Out of the box. Because there was nobody out here, and he was literally throwing to an empty area.
Well, he was actually closer to a Denison player.
Yes, he was.
All right, so that brings up 3rd down, Joe, doesn't it?
3rd and 11.
All right.
Okay, we got 2 again, 2 to the bottom, number 10, number 18, 2 to the top, Lang in the backfield along with Spencer Moore.
So Moore's ready.
Fakes the handoff. Oh, they're rushing in, and they got him.
Oh, good.
That was a blitz, and he had nowhere to go on that ball. So they lost. Oh, Coach Greg is not happy with some of his blockers. He was giving them an earful as they came off the field. Everybody ran right by. Even the receivers going downfield just ran right by somebody. Slow them down before they, if they're going to blitz in, get in front of them, slow them down for a step, and then get free.
All right, so the Buckeyes will be punting now on 4th down. Who's back, Joe?
I'm trying to see. I don't know if it's Rive or not, or Rive.
Can't see a number from here.
No, he's short, so I think it's Rive. Oh, boy, just got it off. And that was David Cooper that kicked that ball.
Denison staying away from the ball.
Ball got all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Oh, good punt. So Denison will have the ball where, Joe?
Denison's going to have the ball at the 14-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. This will be Denison's first series. The Buckeyes got nowhere in that first series for them.
All right, let's see who's in the backfield for Denison. 13 is the quarterback. That's Simeon Dahl. We got 2 to the bottom, 1 in the slot, and 1 to the top. Quick handoff thrown back.
Oh,
he's throwing deep. He's open, and he caught the ball near the 48-yard line.
Good play.
That was a very good play. Looked like run and flipped back to the quarterback who threw it deep to number 12. And that was
is that the old flea flicker there, Joe?
I think that was the old flea
flicker. Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 to the bottom.
Some trickery here from Denison.
Again, 1 in the backfield, 1 in the slot, 1 in the top. Simeon Dahl as quarterback. Quick handoff. This time it stayed, and he's being brought down for a no gain. Let's see who gets up with that.
So we want to welcome all of our fans of Campus Nation and these Buckeyes across the country and in other countries, for that matter.
Yes.
And, of course, hopefully our new fans that we're bringing on board with Denison. If you didn't watch the varsity game with Hiram a couple weeks ago that we did, this may be your first opportunity to see Campus Nation.
Okay, that was Colton Morrow that was the running back there, number 29. Again, Dahl takes it, looks back. Looking deep, throws to the right side, and intercepted by number 9 for Ohio State. That is Zach Hayes.
There's a penalty flag, though.
Right where they were catching it.
But there was no Denison player there, so unless they're saying that the Buckeyes impeded their progress.
He's pointing to Ohio State, giving a first down. So something against Ohio State there.
It may have been that a Buckeye held the Denison receiver downfield, and then they were nowhere near there, but that enabled the the interception. All right, so it's a 1st and 10 now from the, 30, 40-something yard line.
Handoff coming around the left side. Got to the 35, being pushed up to 34-33.
Good pickup.
And again, that was the same Colton Morrow for Denison.
Looks like, maybe 7 yards?
Maybe
8 yards.
8 yards, 9 yards, yeah.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 2.
Oh, short 2.
Okay.
Got to get to the 32, and they're marking him almost a 30. See, 1, 2, 3, 33.
Actually looks like less than that. It's a yard.
So it's going to be second and a yard.
In the early minutes of this game,
Dahl takes it, hands off. Tomorrow going up the middle. I think he got enough for the first down and then brought down. It's going to be, they're marking it first down. So got close to the 31, needed to get to the 32. They're marking it right at the 32, but it was enough for a first down. So ball on the 32, first down. Ohio State defense is being tested. Most they've been tested all year.
Yeah, because only 7 points have been scored against them, and that was Ohio Northern.
And that wasn't even the defense. That was on the special teams. And here comes Morrow around the left side for a no-gainer, I think. Maybe he might have got a couple feet. I'm going to say a yard. He got up close to the 31. Ball was on the 32, so we're going to give him a yard on that play. Well, they're marking him up right in the middle of the two, so almost a half a yard.
We are live from Granville, Ohio, home to Denison University. We're at Deeds Field, Piper Stadium. Rick Phillips and Joe Davis.
Okay, we got two to the bottom, one in the slot to the right, one way out. And we got Morrow in the backfield with Dahl. Man in motion. Slow snap, going to the right. Still going, looking, throwing down the right sideline out of bounds. And
no one to be found that time.
No. Then that's going to make it 3rd and 9. So Ohio State defense is finally.
Well, we have seen where obviously the closer you get to the goal line, the more the other team stiffens up. That's what the Buckeyes are doing here.
Well,
with
and they were
the
throwing
Big
some
Red.
trick plays right on the go. So they weren't. And so, you're not expecting those right
Well,
off
maybe
the bat.
they were doing that to throw them off right off the bat, and it worked.
So, again, we got Morrow in the backfield with Dahl, 1 at the bottom, 3 to the top. Quarterback keeper. Oh, this looks like a hole, but no flag. He caught the ball.
Great
Did not
catch.
go out of bounds and finally busted out of bounds about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they missed the hold.
When the guy broke for the quarterback, the player literally grabbed him, and there was no hold. And the referee's only like 10 feet away and didn't call it. So ball's going to be on the 10. I don't think we can get a first down, so it's goal to go from the 10-yard line.
Big Red trying to be the first to score in this game.
And the first to score on Ohio State. It's the defense. Taking his time. There's the snap, dropping back, looking, throwing up the middle. He's got it. Kept in, touchdown. First time Ohio State defense has been scored on all year, and that was caught by Jack Hallett.
The pass
Sophomore
was dropped in over the Buckeye defender. The Buckeye defender had his hands up, but it just dropped in behind him. And so the first score by the Big Red.
And that player is from Bloomington, Indiana, Jack Hallett, sophomore wide receiver.
6-0, Big Red over the Buckeyes. So what are we waiting here? Are they not going to kick field goal?
No, they're putting the ball back on the 20.
So did they take the score down? Yes, they did. So there must have been some kind of infraction.
Must have been a penalty, 10-yard, must have been holding. I was looking down at the paper. Running up the middle, getting hit, gets back to the 18-yard line. So it's going to be 18 yards, goal to go.
So they did not score against the Ohio
They
State
did not
defense
score.
yet.
There was a holding, evidently, because that was a 10-yard penalty. You're supposed to be noticing that stuff, Rick, while I'm marking my
Joe, I'm doing
sheet.
everything else. I'm keeping score. I'm switching gears here on the broadcast.
You got the cameras. You're looking at the cameras. I don't.
Second down. Is it?
Second down. Dahl has it. Dropping back. Here comes a blitz. Throws it over the wide receiver's head, or the running back coming out of the backfield. It was the late, I think, set play, but Ohio State defenders were getting to him so quickly, and there goes number 45 off the number of who, Rick?
45?
Yes.
Archie Griffin?
Griffin, yes.
Yeah. Two-time Heisman Trophy winner, back-to-back.
And they said he could have won it 3 times, except they didn't give it to sophomores at that time, only juniors and seniors.
Well, I won it my sophomore year.
And they said he had everything to do it as a sophomore, and they wouldn't.
All right, here's the action on the field.
Okay, 3 to the bottom, 1 in the backfield, 1 at the top. Keeper going to be a quarterback taking off. No, he's looking, being tackled at the 16-yard line. Good defense. Now it's going to be 4th down. Will they kick a field goal? And here comes, looks like the field goal group out. So, no touchdown against Ohio State this year. This could be the first score on the defense, being a field goal. And that is by, was it number 92 again?
Number 92.
Number 92, Flo Feldman from Evanston, Illinois. Ball's on the 24-yard line. That'll be a 34-yard kick.
Tight.
Down. Up, almost blocked, but through, and it looks
good.
good. Looks good. And it is. So we got Denison with the Big Red with 3 points against the Ohio State club football team. And, again, they've still not been scored on as far as a touchdown, but they have now. The defense has been scored on.
The wind is picking up, Joe.
Yes. So you can see the yellow thing, the orange things on the goalposts are starting. It's at least at
Flags.
this end they're starting to
The
move. This
flags.
end is still sort of down.
Yeah.
But this end, it's more open end, and this end has a lot of trees around it, so it's blocked. This end's more open, and it's I'm going to sneeze here in a second. Moving a little bit.
All right, so Denison getting ready to
Okay, for
take this off again.
Jack Lang is one of he's the deepest one back. And we also have
so this will be the second series for the Buckeyes, providing they catch this ball, and we'll
Patrick
see.
Parrish ran it last time. Let's see who gets it this time. It's going over Parrish. It's going to be Lang. He's got it. Got to 25, at the 30. He went up in the air. The ball came out loose, but the referee is saying no.
Down.
He was down when it got kicked. I mean, he looked like off a Bronco right there. He went
Flying.
up in the air.
Flying.
And then when he came down and hit the ground, that's when the ball spurted out, and the referee said no. He was down by the ground.
Trying to get this camera leveled.
The ground cannot cause a fumble.
Not all press box windows are level. Let me put it that way. All right. So first down for the Buckeyes. They are traveling from left to right on your television screen.
Man in motion. And there goes Lang around the left side. And he gets a nice run. Looks like 7 or 8 yards. We'll see where it's marked. Got to get to the 42, I think, 43. And they're going to mark the ball at the 41. So he's a 8-yard run. Yeah, 8 yards.
2 yards left.
Okay. We got Lang going out and
Once
we got
again,
empty backfield. We got 2
Buckeyes
to the top,
are up tempo here.
2 to the top, 3 to the bottom, empty backfield. Quarterback keeps it close. Quick hits, bops up in the air and tipped up in the air and falls short at the 40. He was going back throwing a quick, and ball was tapped at the line and went up in the air. Luckily, nobody saw it, and it just fell to the ground. So it's got 3rd down and 2. Lang looks like he's back in the backfield again with Spencer Moore. Man in motion. Hands it up the middle. He's hit, but he falls forward and gets a first down.
Yeah.
Yes, that last effort.
That last effort made it. So
Yes.
the Buckeyes with a first down.
He was hit about a yard short and then sort of pushed forward, got to, and then that last little effort got him a yard over the line of scrimmage.
Once again, the Buckeyes wasting no time, teeing it up again. They're ready.
One to the backfield, 3 to the bottom. Going back to pass, looking, throwing left. Oh, bobbled. Hit the hands of number 9, Zach Hayes.
Could he have heard footsteps, Joe?
He might have. It hit his hands, bopped up in the air, and as it went in the air, the defender hit him, and it was not able to bring it in. So it's 2nd and 10. We got Hayes and Keita down here to the bottom. One in the backfield. Hand into Lang again. Lang over left side. And he's gained a few yards on that. Gained about maybe 2-3 yards. He's up to about the 47-yard line. Ball was at the 44. The original line of scrimmage. So it's about 7 yards. 3rd down and 7. Got to get 7 yards here. And I would not try to go 4th down this far with the way the Denisons moved the ball.
No, and they
going to throw it in, caught it, and it went down. And now we have a penalty.
Defense.
It could be against the Denison for roughing the roughing the passer. Yep,
okay.
That's what I was guessing. So we're going to have a first down for the Buckeyes. Ball's being marked off. Ball's going all the way down to
That'll be
the
15 yards.
37-yard line. Roughing the passer was the call, and that's where the flag went, right there. So, Ohio State still has the ball, moving the ball. We have one in the backfield.
This is their first
the top.
incursion into the Denison side of the field.
Yeah, deep in there. Hand to Lang, trying to go up the middle and grabbed and brought down.
Wrapped up very quickly.
Oh, number was that 50? I can't see the number. 00 or 90? 90. Number 90 grabbed him and brought him down, and that is Casper Rubiowski.
So it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Again, laying in the backfield, man in motion, fakes to the man in motion, throws up the middle. He
dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball. It was a little low. It was down just below his knees, and he reached down, couldn't bring it in. That would have been a first down. He had it right at the first down marker and could have got a few more yards at least out of it. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 38. Got an empty backfield, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Last time they blitzed in and got him quick. Let's see what happens here. Throwing, and it's caught.
Caught it.
First down, yes. First down by Abdu Keita.
So Keita with that reception takes the Buckeyes into.
Are we bringing the ball back?
They got a penalty.
They're saying 4th down. Not marking anything off, just putting it back at the original line of scrimmage.
And turning it
Are
over.
they saying he didn't catch it? That has to be what happened. They must have said he did not control the ball.
Okay, so a loss of the ball on downs. Denison Big Red take
High
over.
State's back to kick.
Okay, so Ohio State is going to punt the ball.
Punt the ball. Nice punt
High
by
punt.
David Cooper.
They let it. Oh, it's the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. Back to 1 foot line,
So
basically.
the Big Red have their work cut out for them. They're at the 1 foot line, their own 1 foot line, and they're going to have 99 yards if they're going to score.
Yeah,
Right now they lead this contest 3-0. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. with Rick Phillips and the voice of the Ohio State club football team, the Buckeyes club football team voice, Joe Davis.
The front of the ball is touching the 1 yard line. I mean, the player literally had his heels almost on the goal line. And it's where the ball is, not where the player is.
Now, how many times did I have to say this, Joe, before you buy me dinner tonight? How many times was that?
Okay. And handoff coming up the middle, right up the middle, and hit immediately and down. He's going to get maybe a yard. He's got maybe a yard. And basically that's all they're asking for right now. They're just wanting to get some room. So
they got to have some breathing room. They don't want a safety.
They don't want it in the end zone.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8, maybe 2nd and a long 8.
Dahl is the quarterback. And
Denison's going up tempo too. They're not wasting any time.
29's the running back. Morrow. Again, running off left tackle and got to the 5 maybe. Yeah, I think they're going to mark him at the 5-yard line.
2nd and 6. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. Yeah, guy hadn't flipped his thing yet.
Hadn't flipped his number? Yeah, so 3rd and 6.
Yard marker.
From the Denison.
3rd and 6. Do they dare try to pass? You know, that's what makes it dangerous here.
A trick play?
Well, if you try to pass, it can be intercepted. Goal touchdown, so. Going to fake the handoff, throw coming up the left. He kept his balance. He was bumped. He's being tackled at the 40-yard line. And that was
very good play.
A quick snap, cut in, and
crossing route,
nice
and
slant.
Hitting quick. And
he was on the out. He was on far left. He was slanting across the middle, and quarterback went back. Receiver was right on him, but he had just a step on the receiver, caught the ball, and then when they bumped him, he lost his balance and then put his hand down and kept going.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Cooper, ball was kept by Dahl, throwing the right side, wide open. Looks like Ohio State must be in a zone, and they're going down
picking it apart.
They're finding the empty holes in the zone.
And this quarterback is very talented.
I've said this for years. That even though you're in a zone, if somebody comes in your zone, move toward them. You know, don't stand 20 feet away from him and say, "Well, yeah, you're in my zone, but I'm playing my spot." You know.
So is that
That's
the end of the
first quarter.
Denison leads 3-0, but they're driving.
Ohio State was driving and then got stopped. And what Ohio State has to do to Denison now, has to put the stop. They can stop them for 2 downs. It just seems like that last down they cannot put the final thing on.
Okay, Joe, we're going to break.
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
All right, we're back.
And, you know, since you mentioned earlier, there's more people over on the other side than there was earlier. And they're sitting in the sun, so.
Yeah. And we've got a good crowd on the home side.
And when you think about how many people are at the game at Ohio State, I'd say a pretty good group.
The interesting thing, Joe, is that so many of the fans on the Denison side are adults. They are not students.
Right. Well, they're parents. That's what. And Dahl looking, throwing to the left side, caught, and then taken out of bounds.
Good pass.
And that pass was caught by Daniel DeSantis. He's the junior from Naples, Florida.
Looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 5. Denison hasn't had any problem moving the ball against the Buckeyes in this game.
Well, there's 2. That was probably caught by Zane Olmstead. He's a sophomore. They got 214, so.
That's 28.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we got Cooper in the backfield with Dahl. 1 in the slot to the left, 2 to the top, 1 down here to the bottom. Going back, looking, he's hit. No flag and not caught. Thrown deep.
That was good coverage.
I was watching because they hit the quarterback.
But I continue to be impressed with this young man as far as quarterback. He's got an arm. He has good timing.
There's a penalty. I don't know if it's ineligible man down the field or illegal substitution.
It's against Denison.
Yeah. Touching the top of his white of his cap. I don't know all the.
It's waved off, so it's going to bring up.
Yeah. High State could have took a 5-yard penalty, but they said no. We'll take 3rd down rather than 2nd and 10. We'll take 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6. So it could have been 2nd and 11. Or 2nd and 11 or 3rd and 6. All right.
You lost me, Joe.
Sorry, I lose a lot of people, even myself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper in the backfield with Dahl. Fakes the handoff. Looks, he's hit as he throws. It is then intercepted. I think they're saying yes. It's intercepted by Ohio State at the 34-yard line.
So the first
great defense.
Turnover for the Big Red. Ohio State recovers that interception, and we're going back the other direction. Hey, don't forget, folks, you watching this action, you'd like to see more of this action, please go to our Campus Nation YouTube channel and like and subscribe to that channel. And whenever we are broadcasting, you'll get an alert and you can see all the action that we bring you. And we bring a lot of sports. We bring everything from hockey to football, obviously, basketball, volleyball. Joe, what other sports do we do? Pickleball? No,
pickleball.
No pickleball yet.
No pickleball. We got 3 to the bottom, 1 in the backfield, in motion. Throwing deep, right down the middle. Keeter's there. Oh, did not bring it in.
He jumped for it, but still couldn't come down with it.
Keeter jumped up for that ball and almost had his hand. He was well covered. So
good defense,
if he'd have caught it, that would have been one fantastic catch. He is a good receiver, though. He was good last year, and he's back doing a great job this year. Abdu Keita. All right, we got 3 to the bottom again. 1 to the top. Looks like Keita up there by himself. 1 in the backfield. Hands off. Lang cuts it back to the right side and brought down. He was stopped coming to the left, cut it back to the right, and
looks
gained
like
a few more yards.
3rd and 6?
I'd say it's maybe 6, yeah. But, it could have been 3rd and 9 or 10, but he gained about another 3 yards.
With that cut,
yeah.
When he cut it back.
All right, breaking the huddle. We got Hayes down here to the bottom, along with Wright. 1 in the backfield, Lang. 2 to the top, one of them's Keita. Man in motion. That is Chambers. Throwing to the right. Oh!
There was nobody there.
Keita turned to the right, not the left, and the quarterback threw that perfectly. I mean, he threw it to Denison, and I'm sure there was a misread there between the quarterback and the receiver. Receiver went to the right, and the quarterback thought he was going to the left.
So Denison takes over again, deep in the Buckeyes' territory there. They're at the 23.
Again, High State looked like they were moving the ball pretty decent. Slowly, methodically, but moving the ball. And
not making any excuses, but you realize this JV team practices together far more than the club football.
These guys are practicing like daily, where a club football practices a couple times a week.
Right. So it's only fitting that they would have their rhythms down much better.
And a pass to the left. He's in the end zone. He reaches. The ball hits his hands, and good defense knocks it away. And is that Blocko, Jackson Rittman, I think, that played defense on that ball?
Number 2 comes up limping back for Denison.
He's running better now. He's got a little
got to run it out. It's a little nippy. 54 degrees was our temperature at start, and they said that it was probably going to be about 54 throughout the game. But we don't feel that because we are on the shade side of the stadium here.
And inside, so it helps no wind, at least for me.
Yeah, that is good. All
All right, we got one in the backfield, Morrow with Dahl. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Handoff immediately going right up the middle. The quarterback keeps her going around the left side, and he's being tackled. He's got at least a 9-yard gain right there.
I was going to say, almost a first down.
That was a good fake there, and nobody was on the left side to contain.
All right, Big Red needing about a yard, maybe just a little bit more than a yard for their first down. They're deep in Buckeyes territory.
Okay, we got Cooper in the backfield with Dahl. This time he does hand to Cooper. He's hit immediately, and they're going to lose a half yard or yard on that play.
Big hit by the Buckeyes there.
That was a big. It's 4th down. They're going to keep him to a field goal. Make it less than a touchdown. Quarterback's looking like, can we go for it? Can we go for it? Getting the sign. I don't see the kicker coming out.
I think they're going to go for it.
I think they're going to go for it. 4th down and a long 2.
Well, they've seen the Buckeyes thus far, and I think they can handle them.
Okay, quarterback keeper coming around to the right side. He's being chased, throwing it up out of bounds, so he's just going to throw it away and give the ball to the Buckeyes deep in the territory. So it's Buckeye ball, but they do have the ball on the 16-yard line.
Joe, loss, a turnover on downs.
The defense, I mean, it shows High State does have a good defense this year. I mean, like you said, one of the big differences in this game is this team is practicing together more than their defense is practicing, but they're still a good athletic bunch.
Oh, no question about it. And some of these players have been playing together for 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
As far as the Buckeyes, especially with COVID.
Okay. Handoff to Lang going around. Lang got out over the 20, I believe. Let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him on the 20.
Looks like the 20-yard line.
When I say the 21, they mark the 20. When I say the 20, they mark the 21. So
just listen to me, Joe. I'll tell you. They're on the 20.
Well, all right. We got one in the backfield. Jack Lang, Laing. Spencer back, throwing deep down the right sideline.
Interference?
No, I think their feet just got bumped up and
entwined.
Yeah, he may not have been able to catch it anyway. I think he was out of bounds when he lost his balance. I think now again, I don't know if he was pushed out. I think he can come back in. Pushed.
Okay.
If he was pushed out, he can come back in.
We haven't got our pizza yet, Joe.
I know it. But if he runs out on his own, and then it's he cannot be the first to come back in and touch the ball.
Uber Eats, Grubhub, what are we doing? All right, 3rd down. Looks like it's about, what would you say, 7?
7 yards, I'd say. Going back. There's more coming to this side. Throwing to this side. Caught! He should be, looks like he was in bounds, and they're saying yes. So it's a 1st down. Nice pet run and catch.
And that's what they're going to have to do against this Denison defense because they have been so used to having their way with the teams that they've played, and Denison is a different animal here.
Keita and Hayes seem to be the 2 go-to guys on passing right now. We got 2 to the top. Keita has probably the quick breakout speed. Hands the lane, going right up the middle, cuts over to the left. He's got to the 40.
They saved the touchdown.
That last little reach for his ankles, he thought he had hole. He thought he was going, and just as he broke.
He saw the goalpost. All right, Buckeyes up tempo again. They're set, ready to go.
3 to the top. Spencer going around to his right, looking, throwing deep. He's open.
Wide
Can he get there?
open.
Yeah.
He dropped
the ball. Oh, my gosh. He couldn't. He was 15 yards behind everybody.
And wide open.
But the throw was very slow getting there, and he had to wait for it. And when he caught it, he didn't catch it. It bounced right out of his hands. Oh, my gosh.
Frustrating. Buckeyes having a couple like that. So what do we have
You know,
here?
and Spencer, because he was being chased, couldn't set up to throw the ball real well, and it threw off his back foot.
So is it what down is it?
I'm trying to look. Second.
Second down.
I'm like you. I was looking, and the guy had it sideways.
They had it sideways. 2nd and 10.
All right. It's going to be a handoff, yes, to Lang. He cuts it back in the middle, going right up the middle. He's still on his feet, breaking away from everybody. 10, all the way to the 6-yard line. 6-yard line. He was going. I think he was running out of speed just a little bit at the end.
That was a great catch-up by the Denison defense.
He started right and then just cut it up the middle and went. And they're already up-tempo. They're ready to strike right now. They gave it to Lang again. I'm thinking, after that big long run, give him a breather,
right? So Buckeyes knocking on the door here.
All right. Well, worst scenario, we should have a tie game here in a minute, but hopefully Ohio State will take the lead.
Joe, is your voice cracking?
No, I'm just going through puberty.
So, all right, Buckeyes trying to punch this one in.
Quick.
That was
almost a lineman. The receiver had the defense on his back heels. He was open in the end zone, but a lineman put his hands up.
It out.
Almost caught that ball.
Good defense.
So now we are 3rd down, and the ball's just inside the 5. Ball may be touching the 4-yard line.
So a new play coming in from the sideline.
So
Greg is probably maybe he's going to have a little chicanery here of his own, huh?
All right. We got one in the backfield, Ling. No, that's not Ling. That's 23. That is Burton.
He's in.
Touchdown signaled by the referees.
Okay. And with that, the Buckeyes are taking the lead here. 6-3.
6-3 at this time. We're setting up for the extra point, and that will be done by David Riva.
Riva. All right. See if we can tack this extra point on.
Looks like it's being held by David Cooper. We got a late person coming in. Is that the long snapper? I wonder.
I don't know.
No, it's just an in blocker.
We don't. Yeah, and we do have a clock that is running down, but there's plenty of time on it, 27 seconds.
27 seconds, yeah. It's down. It's up quick and looks good. And it is good. Ohio State leads 7-3 with 6:12 left till halftime. And our pieces should be delivered by then, right?
Oh, you think so? Whatever you say, Joe. And you got a bridge you want to sell me to New York, right?
That's right. It's some swampland in Florida.
So the Buckeyes lead the Denison Big Red 7-3 here in the second quarter.
Both teams have moved the ball.
Yeah.
Both defenses have played well in stopping, so it's been a very good game so far.
Live from a 54-degree Granville, Ohio, 35 miles east of Columbus, and home to your Ohio State Buckeye club football team. Buckeyes are going to be kicking off here, getting things teed up.
And the kicker will be David Riva. Rive.
Yeah, his mother will be texting you, Joe.
Yes, I'm not mispronouncing. David Rive. And it's up. Nice high kick coming down about the 8-yard line. Dropped. Ball's free on the ground. It's still free.
Buckeyes are going to get it,
I think it was still being moved around. Let's see what happened, who got on the bottom to get it. But it was they're giving it back to Denison.
Okay, so Denison recovered.
I mean, it
was actually – it looked
a
like
Buckeye fell on it, but again, I think it was –
Well, the Denison player that lost it tried to jump on it, but it was by his legs.
Right.
So I don't know how –
Well, then it fell to his back, and a Ohio State player fell on it, but I think it scooted away from him then. And then once it gets on the bottom, it just depends on who can reach in and get the ball and pull it the most. But they've got the ball at their own 25-yard line. So we got one in the backfield, 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. All quarterback. Ohio State pointing, saying one of their guys moved, and they did. So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 20.
So where the Buckeyes looked a little shaken when they started this game, it looks like the Big Red now are starting to
Okay, we got one in the backfield, 2 to the bottom and top. Going to be a handoff going up the middle, and he got back to the 20, maybe 21.
Yeah, they're not really – Denison is not effective, at least in this game so far, at running the ball. They're very effective at passing the ball.
Right.
So,
yeah, Ohio State's run defense has stopped them.
You have to run the ball in order to set that pass up, though. So
right. If you just go back and pass on every play, you're going to be in trouble.
They're going to pin their ears back, and you're going to see them in your grill.
And they've got to him a couple times. Okay, again, 2 to the top bottom, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback goes back. He's looking. No, he's going to run. He's brought down. Took too long to think.
Right.
He's on the 15-yard line.
He looked right. He looked down the center. He looked left, and he was on the ground.
And when he went left, he says, I'm going to run that way. And as he took one step that direction, he was being engulfed. And that might have been by Jackson Rittman taking him down there in the backfield.
So it is 3rd and
forever
to Columbus, 35 miles.
It's about 20.
20 miles?
Yep, probably that too.
All
right. Quarterback's back. He's running this side. He's being chased. He's going to run out of bounds and save his life.
I was going to say he didn't want any part of that Buckeye defense.
No, and
he could see the whites of his eyes.
Rittman and Mark Price were running him down quickly.
So the punter's going to be almost back in his end zone. It is 4th and, as Joe said, almost forever. Almost 20, probably 19 it looks like.
Well, he ran a little bit more that time, so he gained some of that back. So it's going to be 10, about 17 yards this time. 4th and 17. Rittman ready to run right at that punt over here.
Blocked! And it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Ohio State on the block. The crowd across from us is going wild over there.
And the crowd over here, they're moaning a little.
Yes. So it's 13-3. And extra point kick will be coming up by Rive.
I could see that block coming, just as big and plain as you could see it.
David Rive.
These Big Red fans are passionate.
Boy. And down, it's up, it's good. Yes. 14, Ohio State. 3 for Denison. 3 minutes and 59 seconds till halftime.
So it's been a tale of 2 quarters.
Oh, man.
The first quarter was, basically all Denison.
When the game started in the very first, they stopped Ohio State. They went down and scored. I'm thinking like, okay, this is going to be a long, all right, let's, and it's turned around different.
That's
right.
And
there's no saying it's going to end this way. It's just that
but
at this point.
It has been polar opposites in each quarter.
All right, putting the ball on the 35-yard line. David Rive going back to do the kickoff.
All right, Buckeyes getting ready to punch this one here.
And it's up. Very high, coming down at the 12-yard line. Cutting back, getting the middle, got hit and brought down immediately at the 26, 27-yard line.
We are seeing that outstanding club football defense of the Buckeyes. They
engulfed that ball quickly.
They're back in their form, aren't they, Joe?
Yes. See where they mark it. At the 26, 7, 27 and a half, almost to the 12. We'll say 28. It looks like
and
the
2
nose
inches.
might be
and 2 inches.
Yeah,
2 inches.
2 inches it'll be on the 28. All right. Again, we got number 13, Dahl in the backfield. Is a quarterback. It looks like number 3 behind him, Maddox Baker. Hands off to Baker, cutting up the middle. He got too close to the 30-yard line. So that's a different running back than they've had.
Looks like a 2nd and 8, Joe.
Yep, 2nd and 8. Let's see if the defense can keep holding them like they have. Like you said, we hold the run. Can we stop them on the pass? Can we get a pass rush? The rush is the key thing on stopping on the pass. Get a pass rush to him, and we've been doing good.
Well, this will be a pass.
You
can figure that.
Oh yeah, looks like a blitz coming through here. Here he goes, and it's cut coming out to the outside, and he's brought down, grabbed and brought down.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. That is again Maddox Baker for them. Maddox Baker is a freshman out of Columbus, Ohio.
So, Baker from Columbus. Imagine that.
He's been the closest one around here. Everybody else is Illinois, Indiana,
Right.
Puerto Rico. All right. It's 3rd and 11.
11, yeah.
And I would look for Ohio State to pin their
Big Red trying to figure this Buckeye team out. Because,
I saw the blitz coming, but I think they saw it too, and that's why they threw over the blitz. But the defense was there.
It was almost like a setup, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let him come through, and I'll pass where he was.
He is a very mobile quarterback.
Ew. Where he threw it, there were 3 Buckeyes had a better chance at it than any Denison player. And he may have been trying to throw to an open area to get it to nobody. And unfortunately.
So Denison will have to punt.
Again. Let's see who's going back to return the punt for Ohio State.
We've got about
Keita?
Yeah, we've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half of play.
We got plenty of time to score, especially if we get a good run back by Abdu Keita here.
So we'll see what Keita can do with his.
Oh, very bad punt. That's throwing straight up.
Shanked it.
Oh, luckily for them, it's getting a decent roll. But the ball's going out at the Ohio State's 48-yard line.
That ball went almost
straight up. But, I mean, it hit about the Denison's 40 is about where it hit. I mean, that ball went about from the line of scrimmage, went about 15 yards.
Let's put it this way, Joe. It went higher than it did
went
longer.
Forward. You're right. It did. It went higher than it did forward.
That's the learning process. You're JV, you're not varsity, so
right.
you gotta learn, right?
So they got the ball on the 48-yard line near midfield. So with
Buckeyes turn
2:20, Ohio State has time to score here. Let's see what they do, if they run or if they try passing the ball at this point. Going back to pass, Spencer's looking, he's throwing deep, and he threw it right into coverage, man.
Yeah, that was dangerous. First of all,
he was trying to get it to Keita, but
the defender for Denison had already turned around and was expecting the pass.
Right.
And he was positioned better than Keita to receive it, but at least he was able to block it.
If it would have been a deep pass like going over their head and you're running underneath of it, but it was holding up.
Once again, you're listening to CampusNation.com.
3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, 1 in the backfield. And he's looking to the right, throwing. Now he's throwing shorter.
Oh, good interception.
Good interception.
That was a one-handed interception. He reached up and caught it with one hand.
So they got the
snagged
ball.
that.
It's almost like Denison, instead of punting, got a first down.
Was that number 27? Number 27 for Denison.
Denison, number 27 is, got to go to my next sheet. Grayson Kersher.
Kersher with an incredible interception.
Naples,
One hand.
Florida.
Well, I would like to be there right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, he probably
Naples.
would be too, because it's a lot warmer in Florida than it is here where we are.
All right, so the Big Red take over. They got a 1st and 10.
Still
at
over
the,
2 minutes.
2:14. 46-yard line?
47. And here he comes to the right side. And just missed the tackle and got over back to the 48 of Ohio State. I think they may mark it down to the 47. Oh, did we see a flag go up?
I saw a flag. There was some chippiness.
Well, I think Denison were clapping, so it looks like probably going to go against Ohio State.
Looks so.
Dead ball, personal foul, Ohio State.
15 yards.
And Coach Gregg is not going to be happy with that.
No. So they're waiting for a signal from the sideline there, the Denison Big Red.
All right, they're back. One in the backfield. Number 3 is staying in as the running back, Tyler Beckman. Oh, excuse me, wrong one. I think it's Epps or Baker. They got 2 number 3s in the book.
Got to call a timeout. Oh, there's a flag, delay of game.
Delay of game.
So the Big Red couldn't get the play off, so they'll have to go back 5 yards. Want to remind everybody that's watching this contest, we were at Hiram College a couple weeks back with this same Big Red team, but it was the varsity, and we invite you to go back to Campus Nation's YouTube channel or our website and take a look at that.
Maddox Baker, man in motion. Hands to the man in motion going around the left side. Number 82 hit and brought down about the 35-yard line. And that is Logan Yater, Y-A-T-E-R, Logan Yater.
So it looks like about a second and
He's a sophomore
13
out
or 14.
McDonald, Pennsylvania, where you can get your Happy Meal at half price.
That's right. 2nd and 13 for Denison.
Okay, got one in the slot, 2 to the right, 1 on the left, and Baker in the backfield, going back to all of the pass, throws short, up the middle.
Nice pass right across.
Right across the middle and right over one of the Ohio State defenders and brought down as soon as possible, good enough for a first down.
They like running their receivers across the middle and hitting them. And
if that defensive back for Ohio State was back about 3 more yards, I think he could have got that ball because it went right over his head.
So they pick up the first down.
Okay, Ohio State, I think there's timeout on the field.
Well, it looks like there's only, 35 seconds remaining?
Yeah, I think Denison called the timeout.
Yeah, so they've got 35 seconds. Obviously, they're going to have to leave a little time if they need to kick a field goal, if they can't get down close enough to punch it in.
Yeah, they need to keep one of those timeouts. I think that's their first, so should have 2 timeouts left.
I can't tell from the scoreboard how many timeouts they have.
I can't either. I was trying to look over and
I
tell.
don't even know if they're lit up, to be honest with you.
I see period, ball on, down, yards to go. I don't see timeouts even listed.
Well, that's the TOLs.
I don't see a TOL. Do you see one?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
I don't see anything.
But I can't see the number. I can't tell whether it was. All right, here we go.
Quarterback, one in the backfield, but almost dropped the ball.
Yes,
coming
he
around
did.
to the right side, looking, throws deep to the end zone. And Ohio State almost intercepted it, went up and had the ball in his hand and knocked it away.
Good defense.
Better to knock it away than let the other team catch it. That's
28 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Big Red trying to get it into the end zone.
Second down. Downs aren't as important right now as that clock is.
Well, I think that these are all going – they're not going to try to run this ball. So there's just the only smart thing is they're going to have to keep
They
passing.
got 2 more downs, second and third. And if they're incomplete, they're going to stop
be a long
the clock.
field goal.
It's going to be a stop clock. And here he goes back again, looking. Here comes a blitz in. Gets away from him. He's running. He's being chased. Throws a short cut. Knocked out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down.
But got out of bounds. That's the key.
Stop the clock. Yes, there's 19 seconds on the clock. It's third down and, about a yard.
All right, so you're going to take one more pass, Joe. And
they can run the ball here for a yard and get the first down and call a timeout.
Well, that's true, but I
they should have 2 left.
Because if something happens,
but if High State's looking for the pass, the run may work.
It might, but there's still going to be a spy back there watching the. I think that it'll probably be another pass, and if they don't make it, the question is, can they kick a field goal at that length?
Yeah.
Because
you got your camera on the thing. Can you tell it if the camera that's looking at the scorebook, can tell if it?
If it's what?
Timeouts. Can that camera see the thing well enough to know how many timeouts are left?
Let's see. Well, they're going to get a playoff here, so we're going to have to.
All right, one in the backfield. Everybody else out for a pass. High State showing. I started to say blitz, but I'm not sure. Just a rush. Throwing to the end zone. Oh, good defense again. Almost intercepted. He had the ball in his hands. Who's that, 25?
All right, we're probably going to see whether they've got someone that's going to kick a field goal that length.
I think that was 25 for Ohio State.
So
and that
Denison
is Joe
takes another timeout with 16 seconds remaining. And the ball is at what, the 10, 11, 12, 13-yard line, so that would be a 23-yard field goal. That's not any problem.
That's not any problem.
They should have a field goal kicker that could kick the
The question is, do they want a field goal or do they want to, with 2 timeouts? Who called this timeout?
Denison.
Okay, so they still have 1 timeout left.
Right.
Do they, if they ran the ball for a first down or, even pass the ball, but if they got a first down and tackled, do they have time to set up, run it, throw the ball down, and do they want to try to go for a touchdown? Do they want to throw one more to the end zone? If they throw the end zone and it's not there, it's Ohio State ball. They got nothing. With Ohio State with a 14 lead.
I would rather try 3, although,
if they get 3, they're 8 points down, which means a touchdown and a 2-point conversion could. But I don't see a kicker out there. I see them going for it.
All right. So Big Red going to try. Oh, no. Let's see.
Yes.
Yep, they're going to try for the.
They need a yard. Yeah. Are they going to run for the yard or are they going to pass for the end zone?
They're going to have to work fast if they run.
It's a low snap. He's looking. He's throwing short arrow. Great defense. The ball was there, and the hand came through right as the ball hit the guy. So Ohio State stopped and gets the ball.
The crossing routes for Denison did not work.
No, but it was there. I mean, the pass was there. The player was there, but the defense was there. That was the key thing that time. Great defense.
So the Buckeyes will take over with just 12 seconds remaining in this first half of play. They are up.
I look for a knee. I don't look for anything other than a knee.
There's our scoreboard. 14-3. Do the Buckeyes lead?
Yeah, see, they're getting in tight. I don't see anything.
So this is going to be a knee, and they're going to go to halftime. There it is.
There it is. And there's no reason for Denison to stop the clock. So they're just going to let it tickle down. Halftime, Ohio State leads 14, Denison 3.
All right, we'll take a break
Autumn
here.
is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes.
Yeah,
Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
You're blocked, Joe. You're blocked. All right, we're back. It's halftime. Buckeyes lead the Denison Big Red 14-3. You're watching CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. We are live from Piper Stadium, Deeds Field in Granville, Ohio, 35 miles east of Columbus and the Ohio State University. Oh, that's my pizza. Okay, we'll take a little break here. We'll be back.
I already had mine.
Did you? All right, we are about a minute and a half away from the second half here from Piper Stadium, Deeds Field, Denison University.
Hey, you can turn the heat on too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It is with no sun on this side. It is a
There
little.
is a heater down there, and you can plug it in because it says that.
It says that's the plug for the heater, but there's no heater there,
yeah,
Joe.
it's right down there.
Yeah, okay, you go
It's
plug it
underneath.
in. Touch it with your tongue. See if you can. Anyway, so getting ready for this second half. Seconds ticking away. I think I've got a muscle cramp or something, Joe. I might have to go down.
You got muscles to cramp?
That's right. Have some trainers work me over here. My shoulders. It's my shoulders, not my legs. All this tension.
You're wanting that trainer right there to work on you.
Having to engineer this incredible broadcast that we do right here from Denison University. Beautiful campus, beautiful setting. Granville, beautiful village.
It is very beautiful here. The town we went through the town to get here, and it's a beautiful town. A lot of older looking buildings. I mean, beautiful structures. And just very lovely. And so is the campus that we've been able to see. Basically, since we missed our turn, had to go a little further and turn around, we saw more of the campus than we were going to see.
Well, with you driving, Joe, it's impossible.
I was going by your direction.
You kept saying, I said, turn. You kept saying,
said,
turn there.
You said, turn Washington. I goes, is that Washington? And you go, I don't know.
Hey, I just listened to the GPS.
You said, turn to Washington. I said, is that Washington? And you said, I don't know. And I said, well, I can't turn if I don't know. All right, players are taking the field.
Buckeyes lining up. They will be kicking off since they took the ball at the beginning of the game. That was their elective. And they're lining up for this kick.
And back deep for Denison is Colton Morrow.
Number 8. And number 20, what?
29 and 28, I think.
Oh, there's no 8? It's a 28.
28.
All right, Buckeyes getting ready to kick it.
And it's coming down to Morrow. Morrow's got it cutting in, cutting out, and brought down to the 30-yard line.
So that's where Denison will take over.
And that was not Morrow. Excuse me. That was 27. Morrow was blocking. And they got 227, so I've got to try to see which one I think it is. It's probably Grayson Kirscher. Grayson Kirscher is the one right in the back. Well, a lot of times you have two numbers. You know, one's the offense, one's on defense. And sometimes with here they could have a, like you said, a reserve number and a varsity number.
All right, so Big Red will be taking over here, see what they can do, beginning the second half of play.
3 to the top. 1 in the backfield. Let's see if I think it's Morrow back in the backfield again. Where there was number 3 there for a while, Baker. It's Morrow throwing to the right side, caught, and the ball was caught, and he was brought down immediately, undercut. Good defense by number 14, James Smith. Great job bringing him down quickly for Ohio State.
Once again, next week, we will be coming to you live from Wittenberg University. The Buckeyes will be playing the Wittenberg University's JV team, as we're doing with Denison here today.
About a 4-yard run down there. Morrow coming around the right side, but they're going to defense was great. Got him back around the 31-yard line. And lost a couple yards on that play. So where they gained 4, they lost 2. So it's going to be second and 8 or second and 9. I can't tell where they're marking the ball's on the 32-yard line.
Third down.
Looks like at least 8 yards for a first down. Let's see what Ohio State can do here on third down. Going back, looking to the left, throwing, and caught. Oh, man, he caught it. He got hit. He was stunned for a second, but he didn't drop the ball.
That actually looked like interference on the part of the Buckeyes anyway, because he was being pushed and impeded.
I thought he got hit as he caught the ball, so I didn't see that. No flag was thrown.
That was actually happening before, but they made more on the yardage anyway. First down, Denison.
Ball's on the 49 of Denison. Got to get to the 50 to break into the other side of the field. Ball, first down will get them down to the 41 of Ohio State. Handoff coming around the right side and brought down as a nice gain. Looks like about 5, 6, at least 6 yards, maybe 7 yards on that run.
That was one of the better gains on the ground for Denison.
Yes. And that was by number 16. And I'm going to say Michio Kamimura. He's a freshman, so. We got 2 numbers, so it's got to pick which one. All right, we got 1 in the backfield. Morrow, 2 to the top. Hands to Morrow coming around the right side. He's grabbed quickly and not brought down.
It's actually a loss.
He wouldn't go down. But, yeah, they lost a couple yards on that play, or at least 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. Got to get to the 41. Ball's on the 47. Okay. We got 1 in the backfield. Morrow. 2 to the top.
It's going to
Going
be a
back
pass.
to pass. Looking to the left. Throwing. He's there. Off the fingertips. Oh, he had the ball. I mean, he had a Ohio State player beat by about 1.5 yards. Good defense, really. And but he was there, and ball hit the tips of his hands and fell. So it's going to be 4th down and about, they're saying, 7?
It's going to be 7. I would imagine they would punt. I can't imagine they would attempt to
go for it.
Yeah, it looks like they are, though. I don't see a punter back.
I don't see a punter back unless they're going to drop back into a position.
It's possible.
Going forward. Being blitzed and lost. Ohio State getting back at the 39-yard line, and Ohio State takes possession. I do not really understand that. I mean, in a close game like this, and you've been moving the ball good.
That's right.
Punt the ball, get them back, hold them, and try to get better position. I did not like that call.
Not a good football decision there.
They're going to mark him at the 40. They said
it's not anywhere near any desperation time for either team.
No. It's early in the second half. I would have just punted the ball down, and you got a good defense. Hold Ohio State.
Speaking of that, I need to change my to 3rd.
Okay. We are 1 in the backfield, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, 1 in the slot. Hands off, yes, coming around. Oh, and he was hit as he was getting the ball. He was being tackled. Ooh, he's down. I'm not sure.
He's getting up.
Yeah, he's getting up. That was number 13 for Ohio State, Jack Lang. So now it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, I would say 2nd and 13.
So here we go. 1 in the backfield. Takes it, going back to pass, looking, throwing to the right side, caught. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be brought down. So gained a couple yards on that play, but gained 3 yards. We got the ball back to the 40, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. I mean, that pass went because the quarterback was so far behind the line of scrimmage. It was a long pass, but it only got us back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Man in motion, fakes the handoff, throws up the middle, caught. Keita got it, goes down to the 22-yard line.
Another great reception by Keita.
Abdu Keita.
He's been the go-to guy here on this.
Referees are stopping the clock for some reason here. Maybe because they're moving the chains. Personal foul against Denison.
So this is going to push it back further.
Wow, a lot of personal fouls in this game occasionally. Yeah, there it goes, marching it down. Ball was at the 20, I think, so it's going to go all the way down to, well, they're going to put it at the 11-yard line.
All right, so the Buckeyes can still get a first down.
Yep, inside the 1. Handoff. Lang got down to the 10, gained a yard.
Good defense by the Big Red.
Looks like they got the marker on the 3-yard line in the 13, even though it looks like they had the ball on the 11.
Yeah, it does. It does look like that, Joe. Second down.
Spencer looking back. He's getting rushed. He's going down. He gets away, and then he starts to get. Then he throws it, and he threw it actually at receiver. So
yeah, they can't call it intentional grounding.
He saved. I mean, because they had him for.
But there is a
big
flag
loss.
down, Joe. There is a flag down.
A good flag down
at the 15-yard line.
Let's see what that is. Is that defensive or offensive? It looks like they're pointing toward the defense.
It's got to be unrelated to the play.
Defensive could be defensive holding. As one of the players tried to go down because they're pointing toward Denison. And
it's against Denison. Holding.
No,
it's offsetting.
Offsetting.
They've got Ohio State for holding, and they've got Denison. So it's an offsetting penalty. Play will be second.
Because I've seen the referee going like this, and I said, why would Ohio State decline it? And it's not declined. It was offsetting.
Right.
So we're still at second down. And ball's on the 10. Handoff to Lane going up the middle, and he got down to about the 7-8 line, I think. Okay, it's going to be third. We got to get down by what they're showing to the 3. I thought we had to get down to the 1, but the yard markers are showing the 3-yard line.
We got to get down to the 3, so they still can get a first down without actually scoring a touchdown.
Right. But I think Ohio State will kick a field goal if they don't get a first down on this
It would
play.
make sense to me, Joe. But what do I know?
Yeah, what do we both know? All right. Spencer looking to the right.
The flag
up, and he went down.
It's got to be against Ohio State.
Well, motion would have been blown dead if it's defense.
So you think it's
it could be
encroachment?
offside? Yes.
Okay, encroachment on Denison.
If it was on if it was
illegal formation on Ohio State.
Okay.
That's been waved off, so it's going to bring up fourth down. So the Buckeyes will.
Yeah, here comes
they'll try the field goal.
Here comes David Rive.
Rive going to attempt a field goal of, let's see, how long? Ball's on the 15-yard line, so 25-yard field goal here.
Yep.
Chip shot.
Well, let's see. Ball's on the – they're kicking it from the 22, so it'd be 32.
32.
Ball's up. Good.
It's good.
Well, I thought it got tapped just a little bit. I
wasn't sure. I couldn't tell from this angle.
But Ohio State scores. It's going to be 17-3, which gives them a 2-touchdown lead over them at this time. And there is 5:45 left in the third quarter. Yeah, there's been some plays. I second guess Denison on going forward on fourth down a couple times.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
But that's why I'm up here and they're down there.
That's right. That's true. So the Buckeyes, after scoring the field goal, will be kicking off here. Still haven't gotten that pizza yet, Joe.
Oh.
Where's that pizza?
You're the one that ordered it. Okay, let's see who we got back. We got 27 and 29, I think, back deep for them. Cooper and
all right, there's the kick.
Kersher. Caught again by Kersher, coming around the right side, or left side, our right. And
slowed down and then eventually tackled.
Tackled. Looks like they're getting him about the 25-yard line.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for Denison from the 25-yard line. We've been talking about pizza so much, maybe we should go to a pizza restaurant after we leave.
I'm not in the mood for pizza. You are, I'm not.
Well, there's that empty box over there. You can eat that.
Yeah. There was something in it. I felt it when I shook it.
Oh, did you? Well, it's probably a mouse.
All right. Looks like we got 2 in the backfield this time for Denison. Well, moving over a little bit. And hand off to the second man through. No, Kepper kept the ball and threw it, and no gain. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
And if he hadn't gotten away from that first tackle, he would have lost yardage.
He would have almost lost yardage, but did get back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10 for Denison. They trail the Buckeyes 17-3 here in the 3rd quarter of play.
And handoff coming around the side and immediately brought down again. Great tackle by number 3, Ohio State.
Yeah,
Tyler Beckman. Great job.
They have not been able to run against this Buckeyes defense, so they have to run in order to make the.
And he's a freshman. The guy that brought him down was a freshman.
Right.
So that's what Greg was saying. He's got a lot of freshmen on this team, young guys that are great players. They just stepped right in, and they're better than they were last year.
3rd and 11.
Going back, he's being blitzed, throws it short, but Ohio State was playing for
they knew
the screen. That was a screen play they were playing for.
And that was obviously something that they were well prepared for, and Denison tried to suck him in.
Jackson Rittman, Block O, brought him down.
All right, so the Big Red are going to have to punt.
Oh, why don't they go for it?
You're being,
I'm being
you're being facetious.
All right, we got one back. That's Keita. Punt. Ooh, 12 slowed up a little bit. I think he could have got to it, but I think he was afraid he'd hit the guy. Ball's going to drop right at the Ohio State 45-yard line. That's not a bad position to be in right
45,
now.
1st and 10.
Get the ball midfield.
I don't know whether it feels like it's warmed up a little, Joe, or whether all my extremities now are numb and I don't
they're all
feel
numb.
anything.
I think that's it. Okay. Spencer brings the play in from the sideline, Spencer Moore. We have one in the backfield with him. Looks like that's Jack Lang. 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Lang in motion. And it was not
underneath.
Lang. That was 23.
They cleared out, and he went underneath. He's running
wide
forever.
open. He's breaking away from everybody, going up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown, Ohio State. And I do not see any flags.
No flags.
Before I do anything, I always look.
We always look for those flags, Joe.
Was that number 18, I think, who did the running? That's Anthony Chambers. Anthony Chambers with the nice run, caught that ball and just ran between everybody and then outran them.
Right. All right.
And the one in the backfield that was in the motion was J.R. Burton. J.R. Burton, 23, not 13. I saw the 3 originally and thought but it was Burton. And here's David Rive.
So Rive back to tack on this extra point.
Ball down, ball's up, and no good.
No good. So the Buckeyes have a 20-point lead, 23-3 here in the 3rd quarter.
And if David Rive's parents are listening, when you talk to him, tell him Joe in the booth said to say hi. Jose Davis.
All right, Buckeyes lining up to kick off here.
Yep, and
Up by 20.
David Drive doing the kicking. See if we have a little extra kick on this. He's a little down for not going through. Somebody may have got a hand on that ball that just veered it off a little bit.
Here we go.
And it's up. It's low. Hits the ground. Bounces. Hits it at the 9-yard line. Brought up. Coming down the left side. Hit. And being brought down at the 33-yard line.
So the field is almost entirely now in the shade, Joe.
Yes, the entire field is almost except for that right corner over there on the other side. And the other seats on the other side that were in the sun are now in the shade.
Right. So even the Buckeye fans are there over there and sitting in some
unless
crisp,
you're in the top
cool
left side
weather. This is great football weather, though, Joe. The players appreciate
this.
this.
The players love this weather right here. They're sweating underneath everything there, and they're getting warm.
All right.
All right.
See what Denison can do this time.
Again, they got 2 in the backfield. Going back for a pass, being rushed, looking, throwing, got hit as he caught the ball. It's going to be for a 1-yard gain.
I think the Buckeyes are letting him pass now because they realize he's a great passer, but they're giving him no room, so he's got to pass underneath, and they're either losing yardage or they're not gaining much of anything.
They know he's going to be passing. They're getting a good rush, so he's got to get rid of the ball quick, and he's not getting it to his initial – he's getting it to his second or third read.
Yeah.
And we got a handoff coming around the left side and brought down at the 35-yard line. Again, they got about another yard and a half, 2 yard. Well, probably a yard more because from the original line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. And Ohio State's defense has really shut their passing game down.
Yeah, especially they've shut down their running game in particular. They haven't been able to run any time this game. They've had one substantial gain, I guess you could say, on the ground. And that was last quarter, or maybe it was still this quarter. But anyway, they haven't been able to run against the Buckeyes, that's for sure.
All right, 1 in the backfield, 1 in the slot. Going back for a pass. He's being grabbed.
He's holding him. He's holding him.
No catch. He grabbed his
jersey
and pulled it off his shoulder pads.
Yeah,
and there was
no flag.
No flag for holding. It's like, holy cow.
Oh.
When he got by him, he grabbed his shoulder pad and pulled it off his thing. And he can do that. Yeah.
Must be in that different playbook or whatever.
I think the referee said, "Hey, it's going to be 4th down anyway. Don't worry about it."
That might be. You're right. That could
Let's just get the game going, guys.
Yeah, they're probably getting cold now that they're in the shade.
I want to get steak at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah,
that's what he's thinking. And there goes, punts up.
Good punt.
Nice high punt. Keto catches it going around the right. He broke a tackle. He's still going, and he's still going. I thought he was going out of bounds. Now he's shoved out of bounds. It looks like I see where they mark him up about the 34 maybe. I think I'm going to be right this time, Rick.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, 1 out of 10, you ought to be.
Hey. I said about the 34, and they're marking him at the 34. Gosh. He got there, and then they pushed him back to the 30.
They pushed him back?
Pushed him back to the 30.
All right, so the Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10. They're taking over from the 34-yard line.
All right, we got 1 in the backfield, 3 to the bottom. And we're getting a handoff going right up the middle, getting hit.
Oh, Denison collapsed on it pretty quick.
He got about 3 yards. I was going to say 2. The referee on the other side started at the 37 and then walked into the 36.
They were trying to fool you, Joe.
Well, I think that word for he was at the 37. This was the 36, and I think he gave in to this guy.
Timeout.
Grega?
We got a timeout.
Yeah, I know it. I said, did Grega call it? Because he walked right out on the field.
I think Grega did, and we're going to take a break here, Joe. So we will be right back. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority.
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round, 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
And we're back.
And glad to have you back.
Don't forget, go to the Campus Nation YouTube channel and like and subscribe, and you'll always be alerted when Campus Nation is on the air.
And tell Rick, you just love that Joe on the air.
No, he's trying for a raise or something, aren't you, Joe?
Yeah.
All right, Buckeyes, once again, second and about, I don't know.
Hoping for a double cheeseburger this week.
Oh, wow.
And he gets rid of the ball. I thought he was about ready to go down. And he's up near a first down marker. Oh, my gosh.
That was a sneaky little developing play.
I was watching the quarterback more, and he was like standing right in the middle of like 4 defenders, and I'm about ready to say, hey, he's going down. About that time, he jumps up in the air and throws it for a complete pass to, I think he completed it to Lang coming out of the backfield. All right. We got more in the backfield. 3 to the bottom. 1 back with him. Man in motion. Hands up in the middle. Breaking away. There he goes. Nobody's going to touch him. He's going to go 10-5 touchdown. J.R. Burton. And it may have been Burton that caught that last pass. I just saw the 3. It was either Lang or Burton that caught that pass. But, again, Ohio State is adding on to the they've got 29-3 on the board. And now David Rive is going to go back to avenge his last time and kick this one through.
I revenge. Okay.
I revenge.
All right. And
down, up.
And good.
And good, yes. That was right down the middle. Nice kick by David Rive.
Okay.
Good job.
So it is the Ohio State Buckeyes club football team 30, the Denison junior varsity team 3.
When this day started, I thought it was going to be the other way around. Just the way seemed like Denison was moving down the field, passing deep passes.
Well, I still, their passer, he's really good.
But the thing about it is, Ohio State's, they did a few things to catch Ohio State by surprise early. After seeing it all, Ohio State adjusted, and their defense, which is very good, has came through and shut them down. I mean, they've been down twice near the goal line and not scored. Because they go for it on 4th down. If they could have came out with at least 3 points, it could have been 9 points right now for them if they'd have kicked 2 field goals they had a shot at.
All right, Buckeyes going to be kicking off again.
Again, we got 27 and 29 deep in the backfield. There's a squib kick this time, letting it go through. This time 29 does have it. Morrow, he's coming around right up the middle and being brought down close to the 35-yard line. We're going to see. I think they're going to mark it about the 34.
Big Red will take over at the 34, 1st and 10.
We got 44 seconds left in the third quarter. All right. Snap gives the handoff. Yes, going up the middle.
Little push there.
Yeah. But, it's funny. Early on, they did a couple of runs and went past. Now it seems like they're going more run, or at least trying to run the ball.
Yeah, but you're down, so how are you going to catch up? That's
right.
the question. You're going to have to start passing.
And we're down to 20 seconds and running. We may get one more play.
One more play will be.
One in the backfield. Fake handoff, turns around, going to his left, throws the ball to the middle, caught for a first down by number 6.
That'll take
Jordan Waterhouse.
It's a fourth quarter. Well, there's 4 seconds. We're going to get one more.
It's going to run out. It's going to run out, yeah. Once the yard markers are down, they'll.
That's the same sound that we heard at the end of the lacrosse.
Lacrosse when they scored.
Lacrosse.
Yeah.
Well.
All right, we got 1 quarter to go. Score is 30, Ohio State 3, Denison. Oh, the referee that has the ball. I ran into him coming out of the restroom, and I said, "You having fun today?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm having fun today."
Well, this is a little out of the ordinary because normally, you don't have matchups between Division III JV teams
and
a club football team. But you got to remember these are the Buckeyes, and there's a little difference between their club football teams, any of their teams.
Oh yeah.
I think they've got a swimming team or a synchronized swimming team that's won, I don't know, like 16 national championships in club swimming. So, I mean, Ohio State is at a different level in these club sports.
All right, we switched ends. And now Denison is on our right going to our left. Ohio State will be on our left going to our right. It is first down at the 47-yard line of Denison.
Big Red, I want to see if they can produce some more points here.
And it's a fake handoff going up the middle. There's a hold again. And again, no flag. Oh, my God. And he's tackled for a loss. I mean, that guy was going toward the quarterback, and the guy tackled him, and there was no hold. Oh, my gosh.
Someone may have been indicating that on the Ohio State side.
I think so. It's about 20 yards here, maybe 19. Got to get 1, 2, and they're 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think about 19 yards for a first down. Second, 19. High snap this time. Hand off to the run back, but he's hitting the backfield, and it's going to be for a loss. So it's going to be third and looks like about 21 now.
Buckeyes defense kicking it into high gear.
This might be a good time for just to go ahead and punt it on third down and catch them by surprise. Okay. Third down, 21 for a first down. Got to get all the way up to the Ohio State 43-yard line. Quarterback keeper going up the middle. Best game they've had for a long time.
That is one of the better games that they had with the quarterback faking it.
Well, he got about 11 yards because he got back to the original line of scrimmage, and it was 21. So if he got to the scrimmage, that's 11-yard run.
Down. I'm trying to see if we've got a player down. Yep.
Somebody's down.
Yep. Looks like a Buckeye. Oh, he's getting up.
Whether he wanted to or not, somebody just grabbed him and pulled him up.
They're just going to make sure everything's okay. So it looks like, all right, I was going to say I wasn't sure whether the Denison trainer would go over and check him out just to make sure.
All right. Are they sending out a punter? Yes, they are.
Okay, they
Shocking.
will be punting.
I didn't even – number 91 is punting for Denison. Let's see who that is. That is Davidson Jump, sophomore. Davidson Jump, sophomore.
Who's back for the Buckeyes?
Quito.
All right.
Kita. Okay. It's a short kick. Hitting, bouncing. And it's going to be brought down about the, 18-yard line, I think, of Ohio State.
I was going to say, keto is a diet plan, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, probably. It is Abdul Kita.
Right.
Abdul Kita.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. Joe Davis bringing you the play-by-play. And yours truly, Rick Phillips. I'm doing all the other stuff.
Oh, the other stuff. All that stuff that you're going, what? That's brought by Rick. Okay, Keita's coming out here to the outside. Parrish just inside him, one in the backfield, man in motion. Hand off to the running back around the left side, but brought down in the backfield for a left.
Good defense by Denison. They had that smelled out there. Loss of 2.
That was Jack Lang, and he was brought down immediately. Lang and Burton have been switching off in the backfield with Lang in right now. Again, we got Kita, Parrish down to the bottom. Going back for pass, looking, throwing up the middle. He's
open. Wide
and brought down at the 41-yard line. Number 16 for Ohio State, David Cooper.
I don't think they even they didn't see because Cooper, he didn't release right away.
No.
He sort of delayed a second, and then he was on the run. First down for the Buckeyes.
Okay, we got Cooper out here to the right along with Kita. I think Parrish must be in the slot. Handoff, fake, coming around this side. Throwing deeper, caught. We had 2 receivers for Ohio State diving for that ball. Cooper caught it, and Kita was right there beside him. Both of them running the same route. Seems a little miscommunication, but it worked. So it's a first down for Ohio State. They crossed the 50. They're on Denison's 48-yard line. 8:55 left to go in the game, and I think Ohio State's happy if they can just keep running the clock. So we got Cooper and Parrish going to the other side, Keto on this side. We have another receiver far. Hand off to Lane, going off the left side, going around. Oh, he got his jersey grabbed and pulled down. Got to the 44-yard line of Denison, the Big Red. What is the Big Red? Do you know? Is it anything? Or is it
I'm
just
not
the
sure.
Big Red?
I have no idea.
I didn't know if they had like Ohio State has the Buckeye guy walking around. I didn't know what the Big Red. I know in cartoons there's a big red dog.
I don't think that's
Big red chewing gum.
Yeah, I don't think that's it either.
And another pass going down to Parrish. Caught it at the 40. Moving around. He's going to be close to the first down, and I think they're going to say yes, first down. Got down to the 38-yard line, 38-yard line, and the referee is saying yes, move the markers. First down, Ohio State, and Ohio State is very happy getting that first down. They'll run a play, a couple plays, and eat a lot of clock up, and that's their thing. You just keep eating the clock up, so that even if they have to give the ball back to Denison originally, that there won't be enough time to do anything. Lang has the ball going around the left side. Staying in bounds, got knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line. Oh, a lot of unhappy players for Ohio State of how he was taken out of bounds.
And they're actually
and the Denison player is the one on the ground. I don't know if they were cheering that they got the good run or if they were yelling about being hit, but Denison player, the one that did the hit, is on the ground. No flag, so I don't think there was anything illegal about it. I think he just hit him hard and took him out of bounds. I think Ohio State was just more – I think the yelling was more for great run to the player because he was in their area. Okay, Ohio State moving away from the player, so he's still down on the ground. One of the trainers came over and getting another trainer. And going back over, there's another trainer still with the player, so we'll take a little break here while they take care of that.
Right.
You want to throw a commercial in?
All right, we will do so. Here we go.
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
We're back.
And welcome back. Our game next week at Wittenberg, I believe, is at 2 p.m., is it not?
Well, originally, this game was supposed to start at 3.
Right.
And then next week, 2. And
Right.
then the week after, 1.
Right.
So we moved this one
Back to 4.
So 4. So that doesn't change next week.
No.
The next week's game will start at 2.
2.
We'll be on the air at 1:30 from Wittenberg in Springfield, Ohio. Still attending the young man down on the field.
Yes.
Hopefully on the sidelines. He's down there. He's okay.
Hopefully, yeah, just nothing serious.
They might be going through right there on the field concussion protocol or something.
And that's true, too. If he got hit in the head as he went down or something, they could be just keeping him still doing a concussion protocol at this point.
You can almost hear a pin drop here.
Yeah, I know. It's very quiet. All Ohio State players are down on their knee on the other side, and all of the Denison players, except for the ones on the field right here, are all down on their knee.
Denison coach going over. It might be even the young man's parents are headed over. I see there in the far right corner. You see them coming across.
Yes.
So there is some concern there.
Well, I've not seen him move. You know, sometimes when you're laying on the ground, you move your leg around a little bit or something. He's not moved any that I've seen watching, but they may be telling him to stay still, so I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah, that must be his mother.
Okay, yep, she's on her knees down by her son. Seeing if I was looking to see if he moved or did anything toward her. Response, but I don't see, again, I still just don't see any response. The man that walked with her, which we thought may be your father, he's coming back across this way.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he was maybe
Or he may have been just
guiding her across the
guiding
field.
her across. You're right. He may be with the university or something and guiding her across the field.
Literally, you can hardly even hear a pin drop here. It's so quiet.
Very, very quiet.
A lot of concern for this.
Both coaches are going out toward the referees. I mean, this could be like at Miami University where they end up stop and play right now.
Yeah, there's 7:21 remaining, and in club football, now, once again, in these club football games.
This is not a club football game, totally so.
No, but in these club football games, sometimes situations like this, they just simply end the game, particularly with the score being 30-3. So that may be what they're talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. With the score being so, you're saying, hey, Denison's not going to be coming back.
And
we've already got a player, and if he's hurt it bad enough that he needs to go to the hospital or something, they may say, we don't want another player hurt.
Now, unlike a lot of high school and college football games, they have a squad right there,
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the case here. So a squad would have to be called, I assume, out of the village of, to come and attend to him. And I don't know where the nearest.
I don't know where the nearest hospital or anything. I don't know how big this town is. I know it's a college town. So now they're taking all the players are coming over.
Yeah. So it looks to me like they're going to probably come to center field and call the game.
Yeah, I think that's it. They're meeting at the 50-yard line. This game is coming to a close. Right now, the score 30-3 is not the big thing. The big thing right now
is the young man,
and
he's hopefully
he'll be okay. I don't know the extent of what they're over there for, but I'm hoping basically everything's going to be okay. But I agree with them at this point. The important thing right now is not the rest of this game, but not getting anybody else injured.
And with 7 minutes remaining anyway, like I said, he's still on the sideline. He's not moving, and a squad will have to come and attend to him anyway. And so they're not going to delay the game that much more as far as the. So our thoughts and prayers will go out to that young man. We didn't catch a number, did we, Joe?
No, and I'm not going to speculate.
Single number, but his mom is with him there, and
Any indication?
Yeah.
Did he move anything? I haven't seen him move for a while.
Well, anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. And next week we'll be coming live from Springfield, Ohio.
Do you know his number?
From Wittenberg University. This same Buckeye club football team will take on Wittenberg's JV team. Both teams are still at the field. They're kneeling down. I think they're going to say a prayer.
I think they're going to have a prayer circle, yes.
That's right.
Which is one thing nice in this United States right now, that they can still have a prayer circle out there.
Here comes the squad. I can hear the sirens.
Yeah.
Now, I would imagine there's probably someplace besides the parking lot that they could probably come right on the field.
Well, there's a place back here they can drive around if they come in around that way. Because when I went at halftime, you can see cars right back down there. So there's a way of coming in around this way if you know where you're going here. Because you didn't know where you were going and you took me the other way.
Well, I wasn't driving, Joe.
You were the navigator. You know, the guy that flies the plane has a navigator telling him where to go.
Well, we're going to go ahead and we'll wrap it up, Joe. There's no reason for us to.
I don't think Greg is going to be coming over today.
Right, to stay here. And anyway, I don't know. You've got his phone number, don't you? Do I have his phone number? Do you?
No, I do not have his phone. I emailed him, and he didn't answer my email.
All right, let me see if I can find his phone number. He might want to come over. Yep, I can't find it. So okay. I think we'll just go ahead and wrap it up here. So reminding you, next week, starting at 1:30, Campus Nation will be on the air live from Springfield, Ohio, as the Wittenberg JV hosts the Buckeyes club football team next week on Campus Nation. And once again, before you leave, don't forget to go to our Campus Nation YouTube channel and like and subscribe. And that way you'll be alerted to anything new on Campus Nation. So for Joe Davis, Joe, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rick Phillips here. Good night, everybody.